welcome back to our channel. I'm Nikki.
And I'm Rachel, and we're the Sisters.
This is video 2, all about our autumn plans. In the last one, click above, you can see all our plans for coats and jackets for the autumn and winter season.
There's quite a few.
There is quite a few.
Ponchos, blazers, zebra coats of dreams.
Oh, lots of loveliness. I think we're obsessed with coats and jackets though. I think it's come through definitely in the video.
Yes.
So this one is going to be all about dresses and tops. So, and I quite like dresses and tops together because tops can be made into dresses and dresses can be shortened into tops. So they can be. Do
you have any plans for any of that?
Well, one of my plans is actually I think I might make a t-shirt dress, but I'm not sure. You see, so
well, that ticks both boxes.
That ticks both boxes.
Yes,
makes me very happy.
So before we get on with it, if you haven't yet, just click on the little subscribe button below. Our channel is all about sewing, fashion, style, DIY, and if you're interested in hearing more about those things, then make sure you subscribe.
Yeah, and there's generally a load of waffle. And lots of giggling.
Yes, both of those things are also essential. So,
t-shirts and dresses.
Yes, tops and dresses.
Is prairie dress.
Yes.
Prairie dress of dreams.
Yes. Now this is one of those things that you can definitely call a fad. Yeah, it's one of those high fashion looks that not everyone can pull off, and we're not entirely convinced that we can.
No,
but we're going to give it a go anyway.
Yes, we are.
So we went and we tried some on the high street, and they varied from being massive oversized tents to being full of ruffles, like flamenco style,
old lady-ish.
Yeah,
I put one on that makes me look.
Yeah,
old lady-ish, which was not good.
Yeah, but the reason we did that is we wanted to find out what we liked about them and what worked for us, which elements worked for us, so that we could then find the right fabric and pattern. So I found the thing I love most is the black florals that are really trendy this season. And so I'm thinking combining the prairie look but with a black floral will make it look a little bit more modern and a bit less old lady-ish.
Yes,
because it's such a striking print. So I found my perfect fabric, which again, textile centre. Sorry, this is a bit textile centre heavy, but then my go-to for last minute to find.
There's going to be a big order coming from Rachel.
Yes, but just check out this. I'm just getting the picture up so I can remind myself. It's this folk design, and I love folk flowers. I've got them in my house and lots of things. I just anything that I ever see in a car boot sale or a charity shop that's got that sort of barge wear sort of inspired hand painted flowers, I'm all over it. And this is that in fabric form. Rifle Paper Company have some prints out that have very much that sort of folk flower thing. But
you're
for
looking for a dark background.
Yeah, exactly. And this is absolutely perfect. So this is from the textile centre. I think it's $3.99 a metre. I'm going to get 4 meters because I just think that is enough for me to play around with shapes and with ruffles and decide lengths and that sort of thing.
Right, lovely. I found some fabrics. I found 2 fabrics that I thought might be quite nice.
Yes.
And I'm thinking of mine as kind of a sort of a midi day dress is how I'm thinking of it.
Yeah.
So something that's very wearable, that's chuck on, and with a pair of boots and an oversized cardigan or a jacket over the top. And the first one is this John Caldor crepe fabric from Minerva, and it's in their sale at $3.99, and I like the blue animal print, but they do have it in the black, as I'm clicking on that like it's a picture, but it is actually a picture.
It's a screenshot.
It's a screenshot. So it doesn't work, but they've got it in a different colourway as well. And I liked that. And the other
combining
one
all the trends, and prairie dresses.
But then for my proper day dress, I found this beautiful viscose from Guthrie and Ghani, which is just, I think, is a very wearable print. Yeah. It's nothing too wild. Yeah. They're beautiful grey tones, and it's got a bit of black, a bit of chocolatey colours in there as well with a geometric print. And I think it would make a very wearable day dress.
Yes, definitely.
So I've got the 2 ends of the spectrum. I'm not sure I could get away with bright blue leopard print in a dress on a Wednesday.
You probably would get away.
I'd get more, the muted mosaic viscose. So, and it's £8.50 a metre, which isn't too bad actually.
No, that's really good. Yeah, I was about to say that you're getting 2 opposite views as always, in that I'm cheap and cheerful budget fabric girl, and Nikki is high end, goes straight for the posh shops.
Stay for Guthrie.
But at $8.50 a metre, I'm not sure we can say that anymore.
No, it's not too bad. I thought that fabric was really lovely, and really versatile for the winter. And we have found a couple of patterns as well. What are the patterns?
Well, the pattern we decided on, we looked at lots of different patterns, and we just couldn't find things that were the right proportions that would work for us. So originally we loved the Eloise dress by By Hand London, but after our little try-on session, we realised that that wasn't really going to work for us. So we want something that's comfortable. We want something that's oversized but then cinched in at the waist with a tie or an elasticated waist channel.
Not too high at the neck.
No, I need to be able to open it so that, because for me, high necks with all that fabric's not very flattering. So I need something that I could wear tied up, but I could also wear undone. So the pattern that we found is this BURDA style called the Vintage Look dress. We'll put all the details below. But the thing that we liked most about it is it does have that elasticated waist channel that creates those soft folds. With both, mine is a Georgette fabric, which is a very lightweight crepe. And you're looking at viscose, so it does mean that you don't have to worry about elastic looking a bit boxy and oversized, because you're going to get those lovely soft folds.
Is it elasticated? Is it sheared?
It is elasticated. Yeah, I know the picture makes it look sheared. Yeah, you could shear it though. That's one option. We could definitely put several rows of shearing around the waist.
It'd be fantastic.
It'd be even more comfy. But it's got this lovely shoulder yoke where it's a raglan sleeve that goes into a shoulder yoke, and they're slightly gathered, just soft gathers as they go into the yoke, and then it's a scoop neck with a tie, and then a little slit below so it can open a little bit lower.
Do you know what would be nice on yours if you have that black fabric, is to have like a little bit of suede or something like that on your shoulders.
Oh, I like it. And I've got some black suede left over, just some scraps left over from my tulip.
But that would be really nice. It would make it really, and you could even do your little ties.
Some great ideas, doesn't she? She has some great ideas.
Occasionally.
Yes.
That was one.
But the pattern we found is knee length, and we both want to go longer than that. I don't want to go full maxi length either, because I just think it's totally impractical. It will put me off wearing it, because anytime it's wet or it's particularly muddy outside, I'll be put off wearing it. So I'm loving the length in your inspiration picture, actually, because you can just see the boots, but you're not showing too much length. So we'll be adding another ruffle onto the bottom of this BURDA. Although with that second inspiration picture, maybe you won't. No, but for me, I'll be adding a ruffle to
I don't think I'm going to add a ruffle, because I want to keep it simple.
Yes. I've got a couple of inspiration pics that I can show you, actually. So I've got this Ted Baker prairie dress, which I absolutely love. It's not really a prairie dress, but it's my interpretation. Again, it's got that high ruffle collar, which I'm going to steer away from, but I love the full sleeve, and I love the ruffle on the hem, and the proportions of it are brilliant. And then the other one, which is like my dream if I had the budget, is a Diane von Furstenberg one, which is reduced to £259.
It's only £259. Ladies,
but again, it's that striking black floral, which I think demonstrates how using something like that fabric can make it look younger and less granny-ish. Than if you went for
it's a fine line.
Traditional fabric.
It's a very fine line, and I think if we show a little bit of skin, if it's just a slightly scooped neck, or like that neck that you can open, I think it will help to make it feel less like.
Definitely. And the plan is, when we make all of these things, assuming that we get around to them all, but when we make them, we're going to do some photo shoots where we actually do some styling. We might style them up a couple of different ways, just to show you how we would style them and what accessories we would use and how we would wear them. Just so that if you're thinking, I couldn't wear a prairie dress, and quite frankly, nor can Rachel, maybe I can convince you. Or we might all just agree, well, that was one that you should have saved your time and your money. But you never know unless you
charity shop.
I just think it's important to try new things, and to just, you know, put all those rules about your size and shape and age and everything out the window, and have fun with fashion. Tops.
I am going to start with my favourite, okay? Because I was massively inspired by a shirt that I found on Topshop that was...
I'm excited already, because look at that face. Look at that glint in her eye. You know she's excited about this one, and I have no idea what she's going to show us.
It's my Snape print shirt.
It is gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. So this is inspired, and Kate from the Fold line talked about this style of shirt in one of her pattern roundups recently, and she suggested that it looks a bit like a pyjama top, which it does because the fabric is so soft.
Yeah, it's got a camp collar.
It's got a camp collar. It's very soft and drapey, and I happen to have the CAROLYN PYJAMAS pattern, which I've never used. So I'm thinking I'm going to recreate this blouse with the CAROLYN pyjama pattern with this fabric.
Woohoo!
Now I think it's quite a good match for the one in the picture. This is more of a grey colourway, but that's more my colouring anyway.
Yeah.
And I have got 4 meters of this stuff. It's crepe, and I got it for the bargain price of £6 off eBay.
In £6
in 4 meters of snake print. So
is it stretchy? No, it's just like a crepe. It's like a georgette. Yeah.
Yeah, it is stretchy. Ever since like on the bias, but it's just a crepe. But I just love the print. I love the colourway, and I just thought, rather than spending £35 on the top from Topshop, which I could have done, it's something I can definitely make. And I love shirts. I love making shirts.
Yeah.
And so I've got plans to make more of them. This will be the first one, and I'm going to make various different ones. I think I've got some single crepes.
Well, can I just bagsy your leftovers, please?
From my 4 meters
to make a shirt, although you should also make yourself some bottoms so that when you want to, you can have really luxurious CAROLYN pyjamas
to wear to bed.
Print. But then when you get up in the morning, you can just change your trousers and wear the top out.
Yeah, nice. No one would ever know. But I thought that was lovely, a real bargain. But I'm really intrigued to see the pattern. I haven't made it. I don't know how big it comes up, but it's just a shirt. It's just a shirt, but it just happens to be in a pyjama pattern. I'm not going to do any piping or anything like that on it. Just going to keep it nice and simple. And then that's another inspiration picture. So that's just another sort of soft shirt in a dark colour. But I love shirts and jeans. I'm very happy to wear all year round.
Yes.
And then I've got that one. Hold on, I'm just checking if there's anything else. I've also found a lovely fabric from Satisfaction as well, which is it's called Heavenly Blooms Chiffon. So if it goes well, I might get something like this. This is £7 for half a metre from Shona at Satisfaction, and I just liked the kind of the watery colour colours on it, and I just thought those plums and a little bit of cream with a little touch of blue coming through would match with a lot of things.
Yeah, it definitely would.
So that might be something that I get and
the only thing I would check is with the chiffon is make sure it's not sheer, or if it is sheer, that's fine as long as you're planning on wearing something underneath.
I'm happy to wear a vest under
a matching bra or whatever. But yeah, chiffons can be opaque, but they can also be sheer, and you never quite know.
I could check with Shona if I wanted to get it, but I just thought it was beautiful.
It is lovely colours. Lovely colours.
So that's my shirt plans.
Excellent. Well, I have a shirt plan too.
Do you?
Guess what print it is?
Is it polka dot?
No.
Is it striping?
Nope.
Is it leopard print?
Yes, of course it is. So this is the other colourway that I got from Minerva.
She's doing head to toe,
satin. I've seen so many people doing that, and it does look amazing. But I've not seen anyone in real life doing it. Just people in magazines and on catwalks. It does look amazing.
Not in the West Country.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. So this one is the electric blue colourway. So I think they called it teal, but to me that looks more of a cobalt or electric blue. But either way, I love it. I just think it's really fun because it is leopard print, but it's adding a different colour. So instead of those browns that you normally get with leopard print, you've got this lovely electric blue colour. So my plan for that, just to remind myself, what is my plan for that?
My plan for that is...
So my inspiration picture is this one here from Barney's again.
You're obsessed with Barney's.
And you know what? Until I saw yours, I didn't even know that it's a very similar design to yours.
Okay.
So this one is camp collar, although this appears to have a cuff. It does look like it's quite a loose fit, although she's done a French tuck, so it's hard to see exactly how loose fit it is. But I might be able to copy you and use the CAROLYN pyjama
We can
pattern.
do it together.
I'm sure I could put a cuff on it instead of the open cuff. So I could just use the CAROLYN pattern, but I'm also kind of on a roll with trying to make use of the patterns that I've already got. I've been doing quite a lot of that recently. So I do have this new look shirt in my stash. It's actually one of my Make 9. Ooh, I know this isn't a camp collar, but a camp collar is literally a collar where you don't put the buttons all the way up and you press it open. Usually it doesn't have a collar stand, so usually it would just go straight in, and I'm just looking closely at this, and this does appear to have a collar stand, but I could omit the collar stand.
Yes, you could.
And then that would give me
But I also have at least half a dozen shirt patterns in my stash.
Yes, between us we'll have some.
We'll have loads.
We've got that Vogue pattern.
Blouses.
That Vogue pattern, which is a Vogue options pattern, which has got 6 different variations of shirts. So one of those will definitely be the one.
It may well be that we actually use a few different ones just to get it, rather than making all of them out the same fabric and patterns.
So initially I had thought the KALLE shirt, because I really like the fit of that, and I thought that I liked that sort of the middle length. I like the high-low hem. Yes. But the problem with that is it doesn't have a sleeve. It's just a cuff, and I have seen people extend it into a long sleeve, but for a shirt I would rather have a fitted sleeve. I don't want it to be a grown-on one. So
that's done.
So what have we got?
Excellent. Last is tops. So my top, I've got a top in my head. I found this little Zara knit that I'm going to buy, mostly because I wanted to go with something in particular for next week, but also I want to get the proportions of this top. So it's what I call cropped, which means it's going to sit on my waistband. So it's going to sit on my waistband. It's got little cap sleeves, but it's a knit, so it's a jumper knit. And I think I will wear a lot of them in the winter. They'll go with my skirts, they'll go with my wide leg trousers, they will go with everything. So I'm going to buy one just so that I can have it to wear to a particular event, and then I'm going to recreate it. So you
don't have to justify buying it. You're allowed to buy it.
No, I am.
You're allowed to buy it and make it. It's not one or the other, and you're allowed to buy it and not make it. That's also allowed.
I am allowed. But I think that there's lots of patterns. There's things like the Alice tee by SEAMWORKS, which is a long sleeve tee that you could hack and get the proportions right. There's also the Freya by Tilly and the Buttons, which is the little turtleneck as well. There's this one that Rachel is so kindly modelling for me. But I could do things with that. I could make that a cropped sleeve, and I could make it round neck, but I could also add the little turn up collar if I wanted to as well. So I want to make lots of little plain coloured tops to go with all of these things that I'm making, and I think that's an afternoon on the overlocker. So
well, especially if you cut everything out before. If you've had a cutting session before and you're just sitting down, you can production line sew them. If you can, especially if you can match the colours so that you need the same threads
for all of them. I have bought some fabrics over, because these were ones that I bought recently from Minerva in the same sale that Rachel's bought her lovely stuff from. So there's just lots of different coloured plain jerseys in different weaves, this is a bubble crepe of some kind.
I have the black colourway of that, which I've made a couple of tops and a couple of skirts out of, and it's really, really good. It washes really well. It doesn't bobble at all.
I just think it's a really nice deep wine colour.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Which is lovely. And then I've got this sort of melange.
Melange or marl? Would you call it marl or melange?
I call it Marley
melange. Marley melange.
But it's a nice sort of oatmeal-y, creamy colour, which will go with everything. This one's another one which is a bit thinner, but it's
I think there is a difference, and I think that is a marl, and I think that is a melange.
See, I was right.
We've decided.
That's what we decided.
That's what it is now.
So there's that one, and then there's this one which looks very similar to the burgundy one, but it's just a slightly different texture.
Isn't it?
So again, that kind of baby pink will just be very nice. Got a mark on it. That's because my house is a mess and a building site. But I just think they'll all be very good and very basics. It's nice and drapey, but it's a beautiful colour, strong enough, even though it's slightly see-through. But I think they're all going to be turned into little tops.
Lovely.
To go with all of my other things.
Excellent.
So that's my last one, I think.
Well, I also have plans for a top. I just, similarly to you, I don't have a specific plan in mind. I just know that I want, in particular, more roll necks.
Yes.
So my plan is to adapt the Freya pattern, which is this one here, and to actually probably quadruple this band, so that it's twice the height and then folded over. But I adjusted the Freya when I first made it so that it wasn't quite so much of a tight fit, so it's a slightly looser fit on the waist. It's maybe a tiny bit too big in this one because it's a very thin jersey, but for a sweater knit it would be perfect.
Yes.
And I just think I want to make those in a few different colours because the picture that I want to let me show you my inspiration picture, which is the reason why I need lots of coloured turtlenecks in my life.
Am I the one in orange, or is it the other way around?
Well, I'm happy to be either. I think they
matching
both
chevron skirts.
Fabulous. But I just think turtlenecks for me, roll necks or polo necks, whatever you want to call them, wherever you're from, is a really important part of my autumn wardrobe. I know you don't like them too high, especially in heavier fabric.
That's as high as I go.
Yeah, that's
I don't like anything around my neck.
But that's because I like the warmth and I like the look. Tucking it into high-waisted skirts or trousers or jeans. I'm thinking that under blazers, undercoats, will work great with all of them. So I'm going to use the Tilly and the Buttons Freya pattern as modelled here by the lovely Alex.
Hello, Alex.
So happy, Alex. Hi, Alex. So that whole picture there very much sums up autumn for me. So a high-waisted skirt with a roll neck. And a couple of the fabrics that I found which would be perfect for that are both from FABWORKS. So this one here is a sage green rib knit. So it's a skinny rib, but I just love that colour. I just think it would go with everything, really autumnal. And then the other one I like is this 70s interlock.
Oh, I love the stripes.
Yes, so it's orange, black and grey stripes, but I just think it's a really kind of kitschy 70s type of vibe that in a roll neck in particular is going to work brilliantly with. It would look great with my rust pleather skirt, but it would look great with high-waisted jeans, it would look great with black, it would look great with camel, with all sorts of different colours.
Fantastic.
So that is my plan for tops.
I've got one more, which it's a question really. I've got this fabric that I bought, and it was another one from Minerva that I couldn't resist. But it's a jersey, and it's snakeskin. I think it's more of a scuba. So it feels a bit like a scuba, because it's got the white background.
Well, no, lots of digital printed fabrics have a white background, but it does handle a bit like a scuba, but I think it is a crepe jersey.
So a crepe jersey. I've got 2 meters of it.
In fact, I included this one in our animal print roundup. It's the Marcello, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, yes. I didn't know you bought it.
This is the one. I bought it. I loved it. Because it was on sale. It was like a ridiculously low price. And I thought for a bit of animal print. So I'm thinking I might make just something as simple as a t-shirt dress with it.
Yeah.
But I'm open to ideas. So if you've got a bright one and you want to send it to me, then please do. Let me know what I can do with 2 meters of this lovely jersey. I think I want it to be a dress.
What kind of silhouette? Fitted, not fitted, loose fit?
A day dress.
Long, short?
I want it to be something that I can wear in the day.
Okay.
I'm not looking...
Just to put it on over your head?
Put it on over my head and put a leather jacket with it and chunky boots and go.
Excellent.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, you know what we could do if you don't find a pattern? You've got a couple of dresses from M&S and we could make a pattern from one of those. Those scuba shift dresses that you had from a couple of years ago, they might be an option. Yes. Yes.
If you've got a better idea.
Yes.
Link below. And give me your ideas and I will look at them and decide what to do with my lovely snake print. I've not done as much animal print as you.
No, well I've got one more to go because I've got my final dress to go, which is another leopard print creation. So
I'm going to make you put them all on and we're going to take a picture of you head to toe.
Okay, it's a deal. If I get all these made, I will wear everything leopard print and let Nikki take a picture and I will share it with the world. My leopard print dress is inspired by this lovely one from ZARA. I still love it. I tried it on and I loved it. It was a great fit, which very few things are in Zara, but a size large was a good fit. But the things I didn't quite like about it is that I wanted a slightly more voluminous sleeve, and it was a bit too long. It's pretty much full length, and I wanted it as a midi length. And I've since been kicking myself a little bit because it was only $39.99, and I just thought to myself, I could have shortened it. I probably should have bought it. If I happen to be passing Zara anytime soon, I might buy it anyway. Just because the fabric on that one always makes me go, oh! Yeah. And I have tried and tried and tried and tried and tried to find the same fabric and I haven't been able to find something.
It's like a white leopard, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And I just love it. Yeah. It's for me, my favourite kind of leopard print is exactly that. It's a predominantly white background, but it's dominant black and tan spots. That is what I love the most. Okay. So the closest thing that I was able to find, which again was in the Minerva, actually this one wasn't in the Minerva sale, but was bought at the same time, is this one here. So as you can see, it's kind of similar in that it's the same tones, but it is more of a sort of taupe or tan background, so it's slightly darker overall. But I am planning on recreating that dress. If I don't buy it before I get around to this. But I think I do want to recreate it. Yeah. So I've got a couple of options for patterns. One of them is the Kate dress from the new Sew Over It Work to Weekend ebook. Okay. So I think that would be perfect. I want it to be a shirt dress. I want it to be a shirt dress with a collar. Yeah. And I want it to be not super fitted, but fairly fitted. Yeah. And I want it midi length and ideally with some splits up the side, which is what the Zara one had as well. So there's that option. The other option for pattern is this one that I found, which is in the latest BURDA Style magazine. So it's hard to see the lines on that because it's such a beautiful but busy print. Yeah. But that one is very similar. It's a shirt dress. The only difference with that one is it does have a waistband. Okay. And I think I would rather just belt it or something so that it's a little bit more comfy. Yeah. But it's another possibility if I don't end up using the Kate dress. So that was beautiful. So yes, all of my leopard print dreams are coming true very soon.
Oh, it's going to be fun. We just need to find the time, like you said. Just need to
find the time, one at a time, one make at a time.
If anyone has a time machine, please let us know because we'd like to use it.
If anyone has any tips for how to double your sewing productivity, that would also be useful. In without sewing through the night, that would be really helpful. So maybe that's what I need to do. Is sewing through the night. Yes. Never sleeping until my wardrobe. My wardrobe! I forgot about the wardrobe. We got to the last video and I didn't once mention wardrobe.
We've got our wardrobe plans.
So that's it, all three parts of our autumn wardrobe plans, or hashtag wardrobe if you want to call it that. All done. Where we've talked you through all of the items that we are planning to make this autumn. So clearly this is not a set in stone contract between us and you. No. We will make those things, but we are hoping that putting it out there will give us a bit of a kick up the butt and make sure that we get stitching.
I think it's helped because I've allocated patterns and fabrics to each of the things, so I feel like part of it's already done.
The hard work's been done. We're going to need some marathon cutting sessions and then I think we're good to go.
Absolutely.
So we would love to know what you think about our autumn wardrobe plans. We would also love to know what your plans are. So feel free to share those with us in the comments below and we will be back soon with another video.
See you later guys. Bye.